Hi, beloveds. We are doing our Reiki distance healing again on March the 4th. And we will be sending out healing energy to all those people who requested this theme for us to kind of check in and do our own healing work before we send healing out to all of you who wish it. The theme is about active waiting. So I'm going to throw a few images into your mind. So first of all, think about these lovely beings. Here we have Yeshui, Hayashi, and Takata, and each of them, of course, Yeshui, who sat and waited 21 days and nothing's happening, waiting for a revelation, and it just wasn't happening, and then it did. On the darkest night before the dawn, the light came to him. And so the revelation that we use in our Reiki teaching comes out of the diligence of active waiting that beloved Yeshui did. And think about, in the queer tribe especially, think about Bayard Rustin. And Bayard Rustin is the man who brought to Martin Luther King the wisdom of nonviolent activism. And so, but he had to teach Martin Luther King about nonviolent activism, and he had to wait. So there was a real waiting process of waiting until the time was right, waiting for those principles to get locked in. So there are lots of different kinds of active waiting. So while they're learning principles, they're also in the process of actually doing things in their activism. So active waiting doesn't mean that you're just sitting there. But of course we have, images like the Kuan Yin. She's actually talked about is the the feminine divine image of the Buddha, whose heart of compassion, who's receiving all the teardrops of our suffering. She waits for us to be in service of us, as we wait on others a lot of times to be in service of them. And then, of course, our beloved Buddha himself, who sat probably under a tree, a Bodhi tree, and he waited and he waited and he waited. And we know that that form of waiting was his meditation but it was a very active, full of life and challenges and temptations that happened in his active waiting that brought him the revelation of freedom that he understood in the enlightenment of the awakening. So, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for guidance? Are you waiting for the next step? Are you waiting for some healing to happen? Are you waiting for, and what I'd offer you, no matter what it is that you're waiting for, can you be engaged in active waiting? So that's going to be our fun theme for our Reiki distance healing for March, and we look forward to you joining us. Namaste.